Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. We have a top 25 clash between two of the best teams in the sport and both hoping to enhance their postseason resume. It's the Georgia Bulldogs and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe, some interesting storylines setting up in this one.
Hey guys, Georgia's head coach told me pregame he understands that they are walking into a very difficult situation today. Their opponents have a big winning streak on hand, but so do they. He said, I believe that we can come and set the tone early. Look for them to be very balanced in their play calling, show why they've won these games 3 in a row, and really set the tone here early in the first quarter. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So Georgia's offense will get the ball first. And there's Chauncey Bullets. He's coming off a 100-yard game and a couple of touchdowns in their last win. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. These teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now, it's time to go out.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
I love that play by the defense there. Hanging back, watching the QB's eyes. Great job in coverage on the back end, and then rallying to him when he decided to go try and run for it himself. And now this defense is set up fourth.
Georgia lining up to punt it away. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. The Crimson Tide offense comes out, and now they'll go on the attack. And here's the sophomore quarterback who will be at the controls in this one. He threw for 5 touchdowns in a victory last time out.
Let's go. Where did he go?
They'll run it on the counter. Breaks into the open. Running through contact. The 30. The 20. And he scores! Touchdown, Crimson Tide!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown, just like that. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
It's a good-looking run, and I'll say this. I know Georgia's always been known to run the football. They always want to be really physical, but it starts up front. They always seem to have great units on the offensive line. Guys that communicate and guys that get pushed. And they've put many running backs into the NFL, but it's because of...
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating again, getting his first sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plans, and this offense better find out how to slow him down.
And the Dogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Off the play fake. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
It is such a luxury for a defensive coordinator when you know you can get after the quarterback. This is the best team in the nation right now in getting sacks, whether they rush 4, 5, or 6. Time and time again, when they get the opponent in a passing situation, they're able to get home and create negative plays.
Georgia sent out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Tide ready to roll on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They get him on the ground at the 37, but give him 15 yards on that chunk play, and they'll move the chains.
And it's runs like that, man, where he just shows you a little bit of everything that is the reason why he's in the Heisman race. Like, this dude leads the nation in rushing for a reason. They hand him the football a lot. They trust him, and he continues to deliver and make big play after big play. This dude is an absolute superstar.
Play fake, Williams. Buys a little top, and the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
That's the last thing you want as an offense, a negative play, a sack on 1st down. Williams looking to scramble. He throws one to the left. Trying to find the end zone. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a 1st and goal.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal.
Here we go. Ready.
Making side adjustments here. Williams will pass. Got out of trouble and throws. Deflected near the end zone.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on 1st down by this offense.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Williams. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And you got to have that clock in your head, man. You get inside the 5-yard line, you better get rid of the ball. You better see it and throw it. He does a bad job holding on to the football. The defense makes the sack and puts him in 3rd and long.
Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. He'll set up to throw. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. And he runs it in for a score. Touchdown tie!
And that's the hardest part about playing a mobile quarterback. It's not the first play. The first play was a pass. It's the second play where he decides to pull it down, Jesse, becomes a running back, and makes something happen.
You're right, David. That's why so many coaching staffs now are trying to recruit dual-threat athletes at quarterback because of situations just like that. Down in the red zone, nobody open. You're not just going to throw it away and be okay kicking a field goal. You're taking off, and you're going to capitalize with a touchdown.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it out. It's Coffee. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Guys, this offense is going to have to find a way to protect this quarterback. He has already been under unbelievable duress early in this game, and they're not going to be able to complete throws if they can't keep him standing up.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. Georgia lining up to punt it away. Catches it cleanly at the 20. Bottled him up, not a whole lot of room to run on that return, and that's how this period will come to an end. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. First play of the period, first down here. Quarterback making adjustments. The run inside. It's Haynes. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10. He now has 106 yards rushing in this game, and what a year he's had, getting closer and closer to 1,800 for the season. Right back to the well. Fights off the defender. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Runs first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Really good-looking run. You know, you think about the legacy Alabama has at the running back position. It's ridiculous. Mark Ingram won a Heisman, obviously. Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs. I'm going to go back to Sean Alexander, who I played against back in the day, too. All these guys had speed. All these guys had vision and quickness. And this guy right here, he has all of those traits himself. Just another big-time talent in the Crimson Tide backfield.
Lets it fly. Incomplete. He had it right in his hands for the pick, and I believe he might have been thinking about those big plays he's known for. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Williams. He's not afraid to go deep. It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away.
I mean, some people just have a knack for the football, and he's one of those guys, and he just gets the swat right there, but he's in the top 10 in the nation in interceptions for a reason. Just such a great feel for the passing game and where guys are. It's fun to watch him play defense.
Could be an alley. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy, he makes a big play. Yes, please.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped it off with that thrilling 46-yard run to pay dirt. Fielded in the end zone. It's Coffee. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. Holly, what update do you have for us?
Here on the Bulldogs sideline, I can see a lot of conversations happening between the offensive line and the running back. They just haven't been able to get the ground game going. They're talking about he has got to be more patient, and they have got to give more of a push up front. The crowd is making it hard, though. I can tell you it is hard to hear as they try to struggle and communicate. We'll see if they're able to come together against this very hostile crowd. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Motion from the wideout. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
You never want to say it's over early. I mean, we're here early in the game, but considering what the scoreboard is saying, they absolutely had to have that play for them to stay in this football game. And sometimes it just takes one great throw and one great catch to wake you up. They need to score a touchdown on this drive. They need to score another touchdown on their next drive, but maybe that's the play that turns things around for them.
And the Bulldogs will snap it on 1st and 10. Handoff from the gun. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there has been nothing going for him like you just... last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about...
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Hey, man, it's fun to watch a defense that really knows how to pressure the quarterback and that have guys that can win up front. That's the 4th sack of the day. We're still in the first half, but they got a bunch of guys up front that twist and stunt and move and know how to rush the passer. This offense has got to find a way to get the ball out quicker and protect better up front.
Offensive line needs to clean it up. Sack on 2nd down, and now it's 3rd down. The quick out. There he goes. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
That is such a gut punch if you're the defense there, because you've got them in 3rd and long, right? And you're thinking to yourself, we need to get one more stop, and we're coming off the field. But it's not the case. It's a short throw. Everyone just has to rally to the football. We got a gang tackle. We got to get this guy on the ground. Poor fundamentals defensively, and that leads to a huge 1st down for the offense.
This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Tight end now in motion. Grabbed behind the line. It's Riley. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Everybody and their brother showing blitz. Gets rid of it. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down, but hold everything. There is a flag. Let's see what that's about. Late hit on the quarterback gives this offense a free 1st down and some yardage. And guys, bringing the heat is what any defense is about, but you have to stop short of making that official reach for his flag. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia!
A nice job by this offense, putting the scoring drive together. And now, listen, it's not even halftime yet. So keep fighting, going to halftime, regroup. We found a little something on this drive. See if we can cut into this lead and continue to make this game closer and closer.
Lining up for the PAT. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. So a drive there of 82 yards, and he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Let's go to the sideline in Holly Rowe.
Here on the Alabama sideline, there is so much energy down here on the sideline. This running back has been on fire. They expected a big performance from him today, and he has delivered, just going over 100 yards already in the...
Turning it on! Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Williams on the play fake. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Fires to the wideout. Got his man on the right. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Alabama pushing the tempo.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Oh, he should have had that one right in his hands, and he couldn't hang on. Typically, he makes that play. It'll be second down. Throws to the back. Intercepted. Down to the 48-yard line as he takes it away and takes it back to set up his offense.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. The give to the running back from the shotgun.
All season long, we've been watching this defense dominate against the run. They're the #1 rush defense in the entire country. With a big lead in this game, you cannot run the ball and expect to win and get back in it.
Quarterback can pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. Timeout called by the Bulldogs. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Tide crowd rolling noise down on the Saban field on third down. Handoff to the single running back. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. They tried to fool him with the run on third down, and they're looking at fourth and plenty of work to do.
And as you start to settle into games as a play call, you start to figure out what works and what doesn't work. And they really got to find a way to get this running game going. They haven't figured it out yet. Like, maybe get the ball more on the perimeter. You know, find a way to get the ball to your running back in space. This offense really has to find a way to get the ground game going.
We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, week 12, almost 0 margin for error. Just the way we like it here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with the Texas A&M Aggies taking on the Mississippi State Bulldogs.
Georgia will kick it deep to start the second half. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. He gets a block. He's on the loose. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
You know, we just went to half, and we drew up all these adjustments and things we got to do differently to take advantage. How about the special teams coming out to start the second half and setting the tone, taking the kick all the way back for 6. You don't draw it up any better than that.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. So that one will put his name in the record books. You can't have a longer return in college football. 100 yards for 6. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. What do you got on the sideline, Holly?
The Bulldogs head coach told me at the half they are really thrilled with how their defense is playing so far. They knew coming in that they had a really tough opponent in the wide receiver on the other team, somebody who could change a game with one route. But their defense has been stout and solid. We'll see if they can continue to do that here as that wide receiver gets the ball here to start the second half. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. You just can't hit the quarterback like that. That is a dumb play, and the defender got caught red-handed. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Off the play fake on first down. Looking to the big tight end. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And the incomplete pass on third down, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's about. An ill-advised play by that defender as he makes contact with the quarterback well after the throw, and it'll cost his defense. Looking downfield on first down. This time it's complete.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
The Bulldogs can really attack on this second and short. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
Wide receiver comes in motion. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
Well, they're trailing by a lot of points right now, and the problem is there's usually only one way to get back into it, and that means throwing the ball, and the defense knows it. And that's why they're pinning their ears back. They're dialing up blitzes. Guys are just rushing upfield, and they're finding it easier to get to the quarterback. They've got a few sacks already in this game. It's going to be even easier at this point because this offense has just dug themselves into such a big hole.
Georgia sends out the punt team. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time.
Where did he go?
A little too anxious along that offensive line. Start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Concentration is key. Have to know the snap count. The false start backs him up. It's 1st and 15. On the move, it's Haynes. Hard running there. And runs through another guy. There's a crease. The 30. He's at the 20. shed tackles right and left and housed it.
Well, we see the home run on offense, but defensively, we've got to do a better job tackling. You've got to get hats to the football, and then you got to bring the ball carrier down. Poor fundamentals, poor tackling helped lead to that long touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me...
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it? Georgia lining up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. The Alabama offense coming onto the field. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or do you say...
Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. Alabama quickly back to the line. Play action with Williams. Going for the big play. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And we've called his name a lot, and that's interception number 6. That's 6. He just continues to find ways to find the football and make plays for this defense.
They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Keep it on the ground. This time the defense was ready and they stop him in his tracks.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This
snags it, and there's running room. Inside the 40. He's at the 40. Past the 20. The 10. Touchdown, Bulldogs! He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
And how about the big tight end doing the work for the quarterback, man? Nice, short, safe throw. And how about the speed, the athletic ability? You've seen the evolution of the tight end in the history of football, and this is exactly why. They went from being a big target to now a guy that can make plays after the catch and make big home run plays like he did right there.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is good. They still trail 35-14. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And the score comes with a quick strike up top covering 79 yards. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner goes down. This drive will open from the 15. They'll send the back in motion. Here's Williams to throw. Looking for a big play. Got it down the field. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. Alabama hit him with a big pass play. Will they keep slinging it? Williams looking for a man. Here's a heat. Blasted as he lets it go. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. He might want another play. On the run, it's Haynes. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Now facing a 3rd and long. Throwing, Williams unloads to the wideout. He's open on the right, and they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Complete in the middle. Gets enough for the 1st down, but not sure they'll get another playoff here in the 3rd quarter. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They'll move the wide receiver. Williams, bringing the heat. Buried before he could blink.
And you try to catch him off balance, maybe on 1st down and goal right here, a situation where maybe you sneak in a pass, defense was ready, got the sack. Now you got to be a little bit more creative now that you got the negative play. The offense, I know you've worked this all week. You got to get ready to execute in the red zone.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Williams will pass. Throws to the tight end. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, this quarterback has struggled, having already thrown 2 picks. That should have been number 3. Somehow the defender dropped that one. Things not going well for this Q.
3rd down from the gun, Williams. It's complete to the left. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. This offense needs all the help they can get today, and that pass interference penalty is a much-appreciated lifeline. On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. Williams. Got his man on the right. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
They pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss. At the end of the play, there's a Georgia Bulldog who has yet to get up. Trainers are out there having a look at this freshman defensive tackle to see if he is going to be able to continue. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. The encroachment penalty on the D gives the offense a free 5 yards. So after the penalty, it's still 3rd and goal, but a wee bit closer. Here's Williams to throw. There were serious revolutions on that 3rd down pass, but it's incomplete. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And that will extend their lead even further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
Here comes the Georgia offense, ready to go on the attack. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now, huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays if you want a chance to get back in this football game.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. On the move, he fires. Lets it slip right through his hands, and it'll be 4th down after the rare drop from this dude. Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Throwing, Williams. Deep shot for the end zone. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Williams looking for a man. Makes the pass. Oh, what a cut! Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama! That's what finishing the deal looks like. Build the lead in the 4th quarter and close in on 11 straight victories.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day. And apparently, their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Seriously, this just can't happen. A delay of game penalty, and it is 2nd and long. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Back to pass. Flips it out on the screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we've certainly seen miracles in college football, and They will certainly need one here. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. He's looking downfield to throw. Nice catch along the sidelines, but they get nothing out of it.
Well, that time on 3rd and long, they just took what the defense gave them. Nothing down the field. They were hoping maybe he could make somebody miss after the catch. Wasn't able to do it, so now it sets up 4th.
Georgia sends out the punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Makes the signal, secures the fair catch, and they'll put it in play at the 37. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line.
Ready. Blue 85. Blue 80. Hey, move. Go!
They'll run it. They want to take their time here. He'll be knocked down, but not before doling out some punishment and getting 7. Alabama pushing the tempo.
This is an area of the game. On offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run it.
3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. They'll try to run for it. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had...
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end.
Here we go. Ready. Black 88. Black 88. Ready, go.
Powers through the defender. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
How about that 4th down? I'm going for it because I'm ending this game with my offense on the field, getting the 1st down, and now Palmer just watching it go tick, tick, tick.
Yep. Listen, it's just imposing your will, right? You know you're running it. The opponent knows you're running it there on 4th down. There's just nothing they can do to stop it.
Ran the ball on 1st down. Let's see what they do on 2nd.
Ready, go.
Play fake, Williams. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it. They drag him down pretty quickly. Defense forced a big turnover. The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. Looking to throw on 1st down. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Defensive coordinator showing heat before the snap. Oh, look, Ma, one hand.
How crazy is it that one of the best receivers in all of college football just made his 1st catch in this big of a game? You've got to give the defense tons of credit. They've had a plan for him. They've limited him, and that's why they're going to win.
I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not, and that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College. The Iron Bowl, 3 simple words, and they stir emotions and feelings across the entire state of Alabama, which can be felt and in many cases starts blood to boiling because rivalries like this define this great sport. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. It's the Auburn Tigers and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe down on the sidelines, and Holly, a little familiarity in this one.
Guys, the Crimson Tide head coach has let me know pregame. He loves how his team has come out and dominated in the conference so far this season, but he understands the road gets even harder now. He's talked to his team about getting off to a fast start, that's important to set the tone here today. They want to keep that undefeated streak alive in conference play, but it all begins right now. We'll see if they can do it against a very tough opponent. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. And he's not going to take the touchback. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. So the Alabama Crimson Tide offense will take the field for the first possession of this game. Alabama had little trouble the last time they saw the Tigers blowing out Auburn in the Iron Bowl.
Alabama made a statement. They did it from the very opening whistle. They completely dominated the Tigers in all 3 facets of the game.
And the Tigers fans heard about it all year long. You know Bama loves to beat down Auburn in the Iron Bowl and brag about it for a year. Let's see what the Tigers respond with.
Running inside, it's Haynes. Runs through a tackle. Virtually unblocked, and he's stopped for a loss of 8.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, "Sit down, sir."
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. Williams fires to the middle. That's caught. It's Meadows. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. And the offense didn't need to accept the penalty thanks to that big play. Bunch formation for these receivers. Might be changing the route.
Sweep, sweep. Go, go. Let it go.
Williams will pass. Looking down the middle. A strike downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Alabama may always be built on the run, but these days they elevate with a high-flying pass game.
And great coaches evolve, and we've seen the evolution of this Alabama offense over the last several years, and it's not just run, it's not just eat clock, it is be aggressive, attack, make big plays down the field.
Go, 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 go.
The give on the counter. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Williams. Under fire. Makes a catch at the 15. Bulldozes his way through. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
And an awesome job there by the offense, picking up the blitz and giving their quarterback a clean pocket to throw from. Doesn't get better than that.
Alabama
comes to the line with 1st and 10.
Here we go. Let it go. Where did he go?
Trying to run, it's Haynes. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get those running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
They feed him again. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. Final game of the regular season, and you just hope this is not serious. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Quarterback making checks. Here's Williams to throw. Makes the catch, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. They march 79 yards on the drive, and they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. So the Auburn Tigers offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. And they'll be met by this defensive front, which can wreak havoc. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Looking to throw on first down. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. The Tigers racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And that's the start you need on offense, right? The opening drive of the game, your defense allows a touchdown, so you got to come out firing, and it's good news to see the quarterback dialed in. Good read, good timing, accurate throw. It's a big-time completion, but still work to be done. This offense obviously would like to answer that touchdown with one of their own.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Hand off from the shotgun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
It's simple, but it's not easy. You know, you miss on these throws and you see the ball not go near the wide receiver, but a lot of times it has to do with the bottom half of the quarterback. And are his feet set where now he can start to move towards where he wants to throw the football? And you could tell his feet weren't set and he was drifting a little bit.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Taking it the other way. Touchdown Tide! And they turn it into a defensive score.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling.
Makes the catch, and he's free. Makes the stop at the 33, but it's a 15-yard gain. New set of downs after the completion.
Quarterback showing you some resiliency here on this drive. He threw a pick on the opening drive of the game, but he was able to turn the page right away. You can't let that bad play affect you, and they're letting him throw it. They're being aggressive, and he's proving that he can still make good decisions here. He can find the open target and deliver strikes.
Keeps it on the option. And he'll be hit immediately. No gain on the play. At the end of that play, whistle's blowing as they check on an injured Tiger. Final game of the regular season, and you just hope this is not serious. A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Auburn sends out the punting unit. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. Here comes that Alabama offense. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Throwing, Williams. Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. Backed up now, here's second and long. Williams looking for a man. Finds his man. It's Edwards. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. They'll try to move the chains on third and short from the 27. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. Alabama quickly back to the line.
And, man, we've all experienced these rivalry games and how much fun they are. And this offense had a lot of fun a year ago, right? Like, they dominated this rivalry. They've been kind of hot coming in. And I really look...
Oh, he wants it all. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking for space, it's Haynes. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like, some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now soften them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. To the air on first down. And the quarterback couldn't withstand the heat, and he will go down as we've played one quarter. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. First play of the period will be a second down. Pulls it in. It's Cook. Makes the grab in their space. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield. And the Tigers come to the line on the heels of that big pass play.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
These two rivals first played in 1893, but there was nearly a half-century, guys, when they didn't play each other because they got in a fight over, among other things, gate receipts.
Yeah, listen, I've been lucky enough to broadcast this game before, and I'll never forget being at Bryant-Denny Stadium and just feeling the energy. It was just completely different versus anything I'd ever seen in college football before. David, there's a different meaning to this game for both of these schools in the state of Alabama.
Yeah, and it's just different because I think being in the state, like fans are around each other all year long. Players are around each other all year long. You know, the Iron Bowl is a civil war of hate between each other all year long, and they get to settle it on a big stage every year.
Release to the back. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asking to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play. Ball right in his hands.
Breaks a tackle, and he might go. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Auburn. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing, for this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Bringing it back. He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game.
Breaks into the open. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Great job on the back on the option.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Safe completion on the screen. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Auburn to the line in a hurry. He'll try to get to the marker himself. There's some room. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback, reading the defense.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half.
Ready, go, go! Hey, move! Ready, go!
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Haynes. And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The offense changing the play.
Hydro!
We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long.
Here we go!
Williams. Under fire. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Williams will pass. He'll pull it down. Smashes through the tackle. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Got room on the return.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Gets the back moving. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Throws for the tight end. He's got an open man. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. Auburn doing business in the red zone. Wants to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Pressure coming. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Off play action. Makes the grab. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the 1st half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the 1st half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the 2nd half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. Man, I hope the kicker's okay after that penalty. You've got to worry about protecting them when they're on that plant leg. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. The Tide ready to roll on offense. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so
sends it downfield. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
And it's funny, right before that play, I'm thinking to myself, I wonder if this offense is just going to play conservative here with the field position, the fact they haven't scored a ton of points so far in this game, and just run the ball and take it into halftime. No, they're being aggressive, and not just that. They're taking deep shots way down the field, but give the defense credit. They were ready for it, forcing that incompletion.
Williams. Rushes on him. Hit as he throws. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
This quarterback is living dangerously now. Threw a pick earlier in the game, and he almost threw another one right there. These windows are tight. He's got to be really good with his decision-making.
Unloads to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. Kick is in the air. Fair catch is signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. He's not going anywhere as this defense has no plans to give up a big play before the half. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Fellas, welcome into the Week 13 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. So many seasons on the line. We begin with Iowa, taking on the number 4 team, the Nebraska Cornhuskers.
Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. On the run from inside his own 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. We check in with Holly Rowe.
Hey guys, checking in with the Tigers head coach. He said this is exactly the type of game he was expecting. 2 solid defenses have made it very difficult to find points in the end zone today. The defenses have been terrific so far, really limiting what the other is able to do. Points are at a premium down here. Guys, you've got to believe that whoever makes the next mistake and has a turnover, that might be a significant change in this game. I'll keep you posted from the sidelines. Guys?
All right, Holly.
nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
And the screen goes nowhere. They stop him for no gain on the play.
And, man, you gotta love that from your corner. Willing to pull the trigger right away. Obviously, the running back slips out of the backfield. They throw him the football, but he doesn't waste any time. He doesn't hesitate, pulls the trigger, runs at him, makes the nice tackle, and gets the stop.
And he just throws it away on third down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that.
Well, you get the incompletion there on third down, and you've still got a half of football basically to play. Do you trust your defense down one possession to get it back to give you a shot? If you don't, And you've got to stay out there, and you've got to go for this, and you've got to dial up your best play to stay on the field.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive.
Break.
The run inside. It's Haynes. Makes it past the marker. Turns it on down the left side. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Bama! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the third quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the second half. You drive it down the field, and you score. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the point after is good. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed him for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown.